$500 and providing for an effective date.
All right, you've heard the resolution read to the record. What will be the pleasure of the council?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2026-09.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign. All right, resolution 2026-09 is approved. Moving on to agenda item I.
Resolution 2026-11, a resolution of the City of Live Oak accepting a bid from Baker Tilly is related to auditing services for the Finance Department policies and procedures, providing for an award and execution of the contract with a price not to exceed $25,000. That's 2026-11.
My question is, have we formally,
Yeah, I think at last meeting, they approved.
they approved it, and we just need the
We approved
resolution?
it,
of
we
the
didn't
contract?
have the resolution.
Okay, so you already read it?
I read
Okay,
that.
I didn't have that part of it.
Yeah.
So the resolution has been read onto record. What will be the pleasure of the council?
I make a motion that we accept the resolution number 2026-11.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign. So resolution number 2026-11 is approved. We're on agenda item J now.
City Council Resolution number 2026-12. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Florida, authorizing the execution of a state highway lighting maintenance and compensation agreement work order with the State of Florida Department of Transportation, accepting $95,674.11 for the fiscal year 2026-2027, and providing for an effective date.
All right, heard the resolution read to record. What would be the pleasure of the council?
Motion,
Go ahead.
off motion that we approve resolution number 2026-12.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion concerning this?
Yes, now we're talking about lighting, or what they're trying to do, transportation.
We are in charge of taking care of the lighting up and down the highway. They pay us to execute this maintenance.
For those, the lights on 129?
Right,
Okay. So they pay us to keep the magnets,
right.
for changing the bulbs and, okay,
Keep them up, yes.
okay, great.
Further discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Resolution number 2026-12 is approved. Item K.
City Council Resolution number 2026-13, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Florida, rescinding City Council Resolution number 2026-01, and rescinding the award and execution of the contract with Thomas Howell Ferguson, PA. These related to the two that last month were to be redid.
The CDBG one, they got backwards.
Be the pleasure of the council after hearing this read to record.
Off motion that we approve resolution number 2026-13.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Resolution number 2026-13, rescinding the original resolution of 2026-01 is approved. Agenda item L.
City Council Resolution number 2026-14, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Florida, rescinding City Council Resolution number 2026-02, and rescinding the award and execution of the contract with North Florida Professional Services Inc. This was the second CDBG grant that was rebid.
All right, having heard the resolution now read to the record, what would be the pleasure of the council?
Motion to approve number 2026 resolution 14.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All right, hearing none, resolution number 2026-14, rescinding 2026-02 is approved. Moving on to agenda item M.
So this is one where component one would be to consider the bids that were received next to the last page of your packet. RFP 06-2026, with the recommending that the award be to Cornerstone Community Partners in St. Petersburg, Florida. Is that right, Mr. Sessions?
All right, so this is going to be a two-parter as well, agenda item M. So the first part is we have to vote to see if we're going to award the bid to, like he said, to Cornerstone Community Partners of St. Petersburg, Florida, for a bid not to exceed $202,500.
I make a motion that we accept the bid from Cornerstone for the amount said.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion concerning that? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, like sign. The bid is awarded to Cornerstone Community Partners for $202,500. Second part,
City Council Resolution number 2026-15, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Loudoun, Florida, accepting a bid for Cornerstone Community Partners of St. Petersburg, Florida, related to grant administrative services, providing for the award and execution of a contract for a price not to exceed $202,500.
all right, heard the resolution read into record. Will be the pleasure of the council.
I so move we accept this resolution and the bid from Cornerstone.
Second.
All right, motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, like sign. All right, resolution number 2026-15 is approved. Agenda item N.
This is about the, received 4 bids in response to grant administrative services for RFP 07-2026 for the CDBG Neighborhood Revitalization Project that replaces well number 11 that was decommissioned in 2012.
So two-parter
Another
would be for consideration of awarding the bid to the recommended bidder of Fred Fox Enterprises of St. Augustine, Florida, with a bid not to exceed $189,000.
So the last page in the handout that we received with the bids is what he just referenced there. So part one would be the pleasure of the council.
Make a motion we approve the bid to Fred Fox Enterprise for $189,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, like sign. So the bid is officially awarded to Fred Fox Enterprises of St. Augustine, Florida, with a bid not to exceed $189,000. Part two.
City Council Resolution number 2026-16, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Loudoun, Florida, accepting a bid from Fred Fox Enterprises of St. Augustine, Florida, related to grant administrative services, providing for the award and execution of a contract for a price not to exceed $189,000 and providing for an effective date.
After hearing the resolution read onto record, with the pleasure of council.
Make a motion for resolution number 2026-16.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, like sign. All right, resolution number 2026-16 is approved. Moving forward with agenda item O.
City Council Resolution number 2026-17, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Loudoun, Florida, authorizing execution of an amendment to traffic signal maintenance and compensation agreement with the State of Florida Department of Transportation and providing for an effective date.
All right, after hearing the resolution read to record, what is the pleasure of the council?
So move that we approve.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this one? I think Ms. Gladys. Hearing no discussion, what would be the pleasure? I'm sorry, what would be the, we got a first and a second. Mr. Bill over here got me on.
Yes, I know.
All in favor? Aye. All in favor, that's what I was trying to get to, all in favor? Aye, opposed, like sign? All right, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Resolution number 2026-17 is approved. On to agenda item P.
City Council Resolution number 2026-18, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Loudoun, Florida, adopting a formal bid protest policy, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date. And what this is, myself and Danielle Adams created this policy so that in the event we have any future bid protests, then the protesters must adhere to this policy in order to eventually, if appropriate, brought to the city council.
All right, what will be the pleasure of the council?
I make a motion that we approve, resolution number 2026-18.
I'll second it.
A motion, second discussion?
Don't we already have something in place for,
We did.
for protest?
We do not have a formal bid protest procedure that develops timelines to the protests are directed to how they are analyzed and then the information and the process for which to bring it before the city council. So
Okay, yeah, I guess that's the counter. I know I was sitting in something that never ended was protesting the policy was already, okay.
Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, we,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Resolution 2026-18 is approved, and moving forward into the latter part of the alphabet. Q.
All right, City Council Resolution 2026-19, a resolution of the City of Lido, Florida adopting the local mitigation strategy. This is not in the form you're used to seeing in the county. This is the one they use uniformly for all the other municipalities within the county. And so they adopted, as they were required to do, a mitigation strategy. And what we are doing now is signing off on that mitigation strategy. They were required to do it by state law. And then all the municipalities, instead of us having to develop a separate mitigation policy and procedure, the county, the burden was placed on them, and then we just adopt theirs, and then the emergency management system takes over accordingly with the municipalities within the county to implement their strategies.
All right,
Okay, having heard all that, would be the pleasure of the council.
call for motion for resolution 2026-19 approval.
I'll second it.
Motion, second discussion. Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, like sign. Resolution 2026-19 is approved. Agenda item R was moved up to the beginning of the meeting, so we're moving on to item S.
All right, well, ordinance number 1558 for final reading. An ordinance of the City of Lido, Florida relating to public right-of-ways, making findings and vacating segments of unimproved platted street alleys within the City of Lido, Florida, as follows: that certain unnamed alley lying between lots 3, 4, 5, 6, and 13 within Block B, as recorded on the official plat of the Oakhurst subdivision dated March of 1964, according to the plat thereof on file in the tax assessor's book in the public records of Swanee County, Florida, lying within in section 26, township 2 south, range 13 east, providing for recitals, conveyance, conflict, and an effective date. And second reading, and need to open a public hearing.
All right, so at this time, we'll open it up to public hearing. Anybody in the audience? Nobody in the audience? We'll close.
Could you tell us
If so, you can come to the microphone. Yes, ma'am.
While she's coming, Mr. Curtis, so we don't get into a question and answer, if you wouldn't mind describing where it's at for us.
You can come on up, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, introduce yourself and then ask the question.
Okay, I'm Donnie Garrett, 900 White Avenue. I'm just trying to figure out which one of these is my alley. I can't tell from these.
Yes, ma'am.
If this is my alley, I'd like to speak.
Yeah, I think I spoke with maybe your husband previously, and I think I clarified it with him that it wasn't, but I'll let Mr. Curtis.
Thank you, George Curtis, Development Manager. So, point of reference for everybody present, whenever an alley is proposed for closing, anybody that has property that abuts that has to sign a notarized letter of consent, basically saying that they're aware of the closure and that they don't object to it. So if it was bordering your property, you would have been, we would have ensured that that you were included in that to make sure for notice. But this one is, and I have a map I can give you. It's just west of Darrow Avenue and east of 129 and north of Westmoreland. So this is the old, if you've been around Live Oak a while, the old Video World that changed into a China Tasty, and there was an internet cafe there for a little while. It closed up, and now I think the property is pretty much not operating commercially, but there's a commercial business to the west of the alley, and then there's a single-family residential lot to the east of it, and it's the alley that goes between those properties.
George, is this it?
That's it.
Yep,
That's it.
Yep.
All right. Any further comments from the public? All right, we'll close the public hearing portion and turn it over to the pleasure of the council.
Make a motion for final reading for ordinance 1558.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the final reading. Ordinance 1558, any further discussion from council?
I
All
want
right.
to ask a
Sure.
question. This is the, behind, this is the section that's behind that tasty Chinese restaurant that they wanted to put the, is that the same place they wanted to put the duplexes?
There was a zoning request on this property that was not approved, if I'm not mistaken. And so the lot is still zoned for one home. And since this little bit of extra land would give that a little bit of a bigger yard, because the two properties would basically split the difference on the alley. But it is two platted lots. There's one on Westmoreland, and then there's one on the next street to the north. And so each of those platted lots is zoned for one home, one single family home.
One single.
Yep.
And George, also, while we're here, so once both parties agree to the, I guess, taking over of the, what does that do? How does that work? Does that increase their, is that going to increase their property taxes at all? Is that something that we're able to negate? Because what happens is, like, I'm just thinking, like, for me, like, maybe that would be a good thing that I get more property and my neighbor gets more property, but in a lot of cases, and I think in their case as well, when I spoke to them, they're already kind of maintaining the property anyways, just to keep it, you know, sightly.
Sure.
And not like blight, and I didn't know if there was some kind of way that we could make it beneficial for them to absorb that property instead of piling on. I know it would be a considerable amount of tax, probably tax increase, but it would be probably some I mean, I didn't know if that was something that was even doable legally. If we could incentivize it, I guess.
Coincidentally, we just got an email within the last week and a half from the property appraiser's office on just a blanket general email asking that if the city did vacate any alleys moving forward, that they would like a copy of the ordinance. So I think with that, they're looking to improve their record keeping and make sure that they're not avoiding the assessment on alleys that have been closed rather than including it as taxable property. So I think they're statutorily required to impose,
I just want to make sure that they understand that when they agree to take it on, that they understand that potentially their property taxes could increase incrementally, or I don't know.
Am I correct, the same with the street is the landowner to the west would get to the center line, the
Correct.
landowner to the east would get to the center line.
Right.
So if that's a 20-foot alleyway, they gain 10 foot times the length of the
Right.
alley.
Right.
That's the way I think it's understood.
So now, they don't have to meet before the zoning board or CRA, anybody? Because I got the same problem in my neighborhood, and it's been maintained, but that alleyway, that road belongs to the city. And so now, me and this property owner, I think we're supposed to split the thing down the middle. But what's the proper procedure?
If not, we have a we have a policy that was adopted by a past city council many years ago. And one of the adjacent property owners files the application, pays a fee, and gets the other party or parties to sign the notarized letter of authorization saying that they don't oppose the closure. We advertise in the newspaper for 2 consecutive weeks. We post a sign out at the property to notify the public in case anybody has interest in it, and then it comes before the council for a first and second reading of the ordinance. The planning board is not involved, CRA is not involved, but it has to be initiated by an affected party.
Party, okay.
Yeah.
So then we are responsible now. My area just got big and theirs just got bigger. So then property taxes is assessed to that increase in the property.
We would notify them of the change, and it would be up to them to update their records
Okay.
and move forward with it.
I think the mayor had something.
Yeah, did the property owners initiate that?
The property owner at the 107 address, which is, has, kind of within the L, half T.
Did that extend beyond his property line?
So they own both the property on the south side as well as the north side, because there's 2 platted lots. And so part of that, their properties, both platted lots will now be touching each other, north and south, and then
Yeah.
east and west. The owner of the business also owns the parking lot that's there. So all the area that's shaded green that's being proposed to be vacated is owned either by one party or the other. There was only 2 parties involved, even though there's 4 parcels of land involved.
That's a little confusing, yeah. Okay. All right, any further questions or discussion? I'm pretty sure we had a motion at some point or something. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign?